have to walk away to get my to turn my food over. Hey
Okay.
everybody.
Good
Hey everybody
morning.
in the comments. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Janae, Edie, Milk Honey and Mint. There's Jamie, Jean, Bouncing Tigger, Kathleen, Leslie. How is everybody today? I don't know that we have a speaker today. You get to make up for last week though, Rebecca. How you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm just, I don't know, I have a cold that just doesn't go away. But
There's a lot of people that have gotten like this chest congestion or bad cold or something that, a lot of people have had. So is it that you, hey Jelly, hey Edie, is it that you feel worse than you sound or is it equal?
I'm probably equal. It's just this nagging, like, cough that's kind of stuck in my throat. It's not in my chest, but I don't know how
Right.
to explain it. It's just annoying more than anything.
Cool. Cool. Well, that's not a good thing. But I'm glad it's just annoying as
Yeah.
opposed to anything more serious.
Yeah. I'm not even like taking any cold medicine or anything. I'm just, you know, I'm over
Yeah.
that part of it.
Oh, that's good. How long did it last?
I guess I've about 2 weeks, I want to say. I went to the doctor 2 or closer to 3 weeks ago when it started, and it just progressed. And then, now it's just like the runny nose and the cough that it's there, but, I don't know how to explain it.
Right. It's
It's like a
nagging.
dry cough. It's annoying.
Right. Could that possibly be from the heat in your new home?
Probably. I don't even want to
Maybe.
talk about the new home, Toddy. I hope it falls into the ground.
Really? I'm sorry to hear. I know roof. I saw that you needed a new roof now.
Yeah, and the septic, there's something wrong with the septic system that was installed right before I moved in.
Well, you should be able to get that fixed for nothing, I would think.
Yeah, but I think I have to pay for an attorney to go after them or something, and it's I don't know. I'm ready to sell it. Honestly, I think I'm going to sell it and go into a retirement community. I'm over it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Too tired. I don't have the patience anymore, and it's just I didn't go into this house by myself. I thought I had a partner that was
Right.
interested, and I don't. So it's not what I signed up for.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But enough about me. Let's talk about everybody else.
Okay, well, talk to them while I go check on my hamburgers.
So I wanted to ask a question of everyone in the chat. Um, so anyone who has suffered with addiction, if you're in active addiction or recovering, whatever your status may be, does holiday time affect you more? Do you feel that you get more anxious and maybe want to go back to your old ways during holidays? Does it seem to be more stressful for you? I mean, in general, for just anybody, holiday time can be stressful. I was just wondering if, for anyone who's suffering, if it seems to be more stressful and more of a trigger.
You just
Oh,
put your
Janae,
Christmas tree up? Janae just put her. That's
I just saw
early.
that. I put mine up on Thanksgiving night after we have dinner usually, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. If it makes you happy to walk by it and look at it, that's great.
I'm not fond of the holidays either.
Yeah, me neither, but I make believe for everybody else.
If I got something to do or a place to go, that's cool. But usually I would work.
Right.
Because I figured other people had their families and stuff. Unless I was going home to be with mine, I was gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So, have we had anybody who wanted to come on? Has anybody reached out to you, Toddie? I haven't heard from anybody.
No, I haven't heard from anybody in a minute. We had a couple speakers, as you know, last month, but I wanted to speak today. Oh, well, Kara, did you want to? But I'm really sick. That's right. I had the same cold that sounds like Rebecca. I hope to reach out to you this week and set it up. Okay. We can have you tentatively for tomorrow. I mean, for next week. Sorry. Sorry. My mind's a little preoccupied, if I'm honest with you.
I get it. You're busy, Toddie. I see it.
Yeah. I also have that other stuff going on with the last job and stuff. So
Oh boy.
yeah, but hopefully that'll come to an end soon, and then I'll have to go and do something else because there was content creators or I don't know, drama creators that were involved. So
Oh boy.
and they have tape recorded everybody. Everybody's recorded, so
Oh well. Yeah, a lot
anyway.
of people are saying holidays are difficult. I kind of figured it is for a lot of people. Even like I said, for the average person who doesn't suffer with any, addiction or anything, like just if you lost someone, it's difficult.
Exactly. And that's what Jamie was saying too. Jamie
Yeah.
was
Or people who have no family or anyone around. I mean, it's got to be difficult. Me personally, I would like to go to sleep like, December 23rd and not wake up until January 2nd. I could pass all that. And then, every holiday that comes up, I just would like to go to sleep a few days before and wake up after.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I think a lot of people will drink during the holidays if they're drinkers. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is like a sad party that we showed up for. This is so sad. Hang on. Now I'm warm. I gotta take my jacket off.
You guys had a party on Thanksgiving and I wasn't invited? Where was I? Was I there? I don't think I was there. I don't remember.
I think we did something. People that didn't have a place to go or something. I had to work, so but I mean, we did something during. I think we like ate or something, if I remember, right?
Oh, wow.
Jamie's good at remembering stuff like that.
She said you did a lunch.
Yeah, live lunch. It was like a live lunch or something. Yeah.
Did everybody bring a dish or what? Let me plan.
I don't have a clue.
Do I
I
need to
think
make something.
I brought and showed mine. My favorite Thanksgiving meal is the sandwich turkey meat, like the sliced thin turkey breast.
Yep.
And with the mashed potatoes and gravy and corn and peas. That's my favorite. All mushed together. Like, I mean, like you
Are you
like a shepherd's pie with turkey, more or less. What?
Are you near a Wawa, Toddie, or no?
Wawa? Nope. No Wawas.
Because they have a sandwich. They call it, I think it's the turkey gobbler, but you can get it in a bowl or you can get it as a sandwich. It's just as good as any Thanksgiving dinner I've ever had.
We don't have a Wawa here. But I make it. I mean, like all I do is just make the potatoes. But now those potatoes that come in the package, I know it sounds pathetic. My mom used to make the best potatoes, like whipped potatoes. They wouldn't have a lump in it. And these are kind of like that. Like I'll put butter and milk and that's how I make it. I whip it really good, but not like soupy. But no, it's really good. And then and then I'll put the gravy. So usually I put the peas first and then like the mashed potatoes and then the corn and then the gravy and then the turkey and then more gravy. and
That
that's my
sounds
little.
good. I'm getting hungry now.
And sometimes I'm trying to stay away from bread. In the meantime, I bought like hot dog rolls and hamburger buns, but um, I've been trying. It doesn't mean I have to use them. Just I
Right.
needed to get them. But anyway, um, yeah. So I'm trying to stay away from bread. I've stayed away from sugar lately. You know, extra sugar. I've stayed away from sodas and stuff. So now the next thing is bread. So I'm hoping that'll happen. How you guys doing in the chat? What's going? You're having a hard morning? I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah.
No.
I'm sorry to hear
Anything you
that.
want to talk about?
We're desperate. We need a speaker. Anybody? I going hard on chicken and dressing. One year I had with Sylvia, my friend Sylvia. She made me Cornish game hen. That was the first time I ever had that, and I like Cornish game hen now.
Oh,
Hey,
I've
Shay
never
Shay.
had.
What's that?
I've never had them. They're those tiny little chicken looking things,
Yeah,
right?
they're
Real
hens.
small.
Hens. Yeah, hens. They're really good. You should try one.
You know, Toddie, I have my birds mixed up. I don't know the difference between a rooster, a chicken, a
Well,
hen.
you should know. Aren't you supposed to get some?
No, I'm going into a retirement community. I don't think they allow it there. I'm
They'll
done
allow
with
you
this
to have a
house.
dog, though. You know that, right?
Huh?
They'll allow you to have a dog, right?
Yes, yes. I could take my dog and my cat. But yeah, I think I'm done with this house. I'm over it.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that because you
Yeah.
had a lot. You had a lot looking forward to with the house.
Yep. It's just every time I turn around, it's something else. And I mean, not little stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Now it'll.
Major.
Yeah, no. I know. I know
And
that.
you know, people say, "Oh, well, you knew you were buying a house that's over 100 years old or whatever." Okay, but when I had my house inspected at the time of purchase, I wasn't told it was about to fall down. Nobody said that. If somebody told me
Exactly.
that, I wouldn't have done it. I thought it was, kept up and maintained by the previous owner, who happens to be a retired cop, which you know how I feel about that. I don't know if I should have walked away when I found that out or what, but yeah, it's just a shithole. I'm miserable. I'm going broke, and I just waiting for it to fall in. That's it.
I'm so sorry. You got a lot of love. I got to check on my hamburger. I'm sorry.
All right, you check your
Remember the.
burger.
No, I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm sorry. Read the comment.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's got a cold or something right now. It's just that time of year. I don't think you can avoid it. Does anybody, a question for anybody in chat, when you go into a store and they have the wipes to wipe off the shopping carts, do you guys do that? I do it. I don't know if it helps. I guess it can't
The best
hurt.
thing to do is to use mouthwash twice a day, Rebecca.
I heard that.
So like the Listerine mouthwash, the really potent shit.
Yep. I heard that if you
No,
gargle.
seriously, I haven't caught COVID, and everybody where I work basically had it. And it wasn't because I was working overnight, because I wasn't working overnight when COVID was rampant.
Yep. I've heard that, Toddie.
Yeah, it might have been me. I don't mean to yell from way over there. I'm telling you, anybody in the comments or in the chat, please try. Jamie will tell you, because I seriously, my mom lives in a retirement place, not in a retirement place, assisted living, but in the independent side where they all eat lunch and dinner and all that shit together.
Right.
And everybody had, not everybody, but 90% of the people had COVID. My mom didn't have COVID because of the mouthwash. And then
Right.
she
I
stopped
believe.
using the mouthwash. She stopped using the mouthwash. She ran out and stopped using it. She caught COVID for the first time. And I
Wow.
said to her, "Didn't you use it?" I forgot. So I'm telling you, man, I'm serious.
You know, I heard when I was during COVID, I was still working because it was before my injury and everything that happened. And one of the doctors that we worked for, I remember him saying to do that several times a day and really make sure you gargle for several minutes, several, times. And he said it gets anything that you've breathed in or, whatever that's stuck in the back of your throat, you're going to kill it with that. And I do it when I remember.
Yeah, that should be something that you do at least twice a day.
Yeah.
When I did it with work, I made sure that at least, I tried to do it every 8 hours, but even if I did it every 12 hours and all I did was gargle with it, somebody wrote, "What did I do with it?" Just gargled with it like it's supposed to be. And but you have to get the antiseptic one. You have to
Yeah.
get that one. You can't get the other stuff. And
Right.
somebody's asking how your MRI was, Rebecca.
It was okay. It was good. Everything's good. I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
I'm in my kitchen, so can you kind of talk a little bit?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So anybody else have any other tricks for not getting sick besides wiping off your shopping cart, the gargling with Listerine? What else? What else is there? Does anybody still wear a mask when they go out, like to the stores? Is that still a thing? I mean, I do see people when I'm out and about wearing masks, but not as many, obviously, as during COVID. But I'm just curious if anybody here does. I think about it sometimes, especially after getting sick. I'm thinking, well, I should be wearing a mask, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to look ridiculous, though, because, I don't want to be the only one.
And when I don't feel good or I have the littlest cough, I will wear a mask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I look like because I'm not trying to get people sick. I don't care. I'll wear a mask.
Yeah.
If I feel like when I was working, you know what I'm saying? Because I never had COVID, but it doesn't mean I didn't have like a cold or you know what I mean. Like at one point, I had what did I have? I had something like I had the flu. I didn't want to give that to anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when they were talking about COVID from the start, they talked about how when they finally figured out how you could get it, they said that it stays that you're going to breathe it in or you know what I mean that you're going to breathe it in. So I said if you could get to it before you breathe it in, before it goes into your system, that makes sense to me. And I mean, but you know what's really weird is nobody told people to do that. And you would think that that the mouthwash company would say, the doctors would say, this might really, they're telling you to buy masks, but not buy the mouthwash and shit. It's fucked up our country. It's really fucked
Right.
up.
They promote the hand sanitizer, the wipes, the
All
masks.
the things you buy, you could have bought mouthwash.
Right. They could have made a killing back during COVID. Listerine, whoever makes it, I don't even know what company it is, but my gosh, that would have been amazing, right? They would have made a ton of money. They still can if anybody bothers to promote it, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to stand behind it just in case somebody comes back at them and says, "Well, I did this and I still got COVID." I don't know.
Right.
I had COVID 3 times.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the first time was when my grandson passed away. Um, just the day after his funeral, I got very sick with COVID. I was in bed 3 weeks. I went to the hospital several times and begged them to keep me. And at one point, the emergency room doctor told me, "Look around. You don't need to be here. These people are very sick." Well, mind you, I had a high fever. I couldn't breathe. I had pneumonia on top of it. My oxygen was down to like 90%.
Right.
But
Wow.
there were people on respirators and stuff. He said, you don't need to be here. You don't want to be here with these people. And he kept sending me home from the emergency room. But I was so afraid that I wasn't going to survive because I felt like I was dying. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, they say that COVID was those people that really got it with the breathing. it was really, really bad. But you know what? I knew 2 people that had COVID before it was diagnosed. Before, you know what I mean? Like, I worked with somebody that had it. I mean, they intubated her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering what the fuck. And then all of a sudden you hear about COVID. She got it in like December, like a month or 2 before they had it figured out that COVID was here.
Yeah. Yeah. And the second and third time I had it, it was bad, but for a shorter period of time. It didn't last as long, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, it was no fun. No joke. Definitely no joke.
Yeah, COVID's scary.
Toddie, Sarah, who was saying she was having a very bad day, is struggling with a lot of things right now. I don't know if you're in the chat at all looking, but
I'm not looking. I'm actually in my kitchen trying to fix something that I get my phone.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that.
I think everybody has something going on right now in the world. I mean, tough
Does
out
she
there.
want to come up and talk? Hang on 1 second, because I busted something here. Sorry.
Okay.
Did she want to come up and talk?
Sarah, did you want to come on and talk about it a little bit, or you just want to stay in the chat? Oh, CJB took the kiddo out for trick-or-treating and went through a small kid-friendly haunted house. That's cool. I stayed home. I got one trick-or-treater, and it was my granddaughter. That was it.
Why? Do you live that far out?
Just the houses aren't real close together, and it's a busy road, so people don't tend to,
A lot of places, don't they like go to like one place now and get candy and stuff?
They have what they call trunk or treats. I know Brianna took my granddaughter to one, and I think that makes people not go trick or treating. More people do those, and then they don't tend to go out trick or treating anymore, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's probably safer anymore. It's so scary now. It really just is scary. It really is scary.
It's a lot different than like when my kids were little. We went out, it was the thing to do. But I mean, I think some neighborhoods probably still get a lot of kids, but
the gated communities probably get a lot of kids, the gated ones.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Places there wasn't any trick-or-treaters in any of the neighborhoods I saw, and there wasn't really any great decorations either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, in their neighborhoods, people didn't decorate as much as they had in the past, but they were saying a lot of it was because of vandalism or theft. People were stealing, I guess, or messing up their decorations, that sucks. I mean,
that is really sad. People were stealing people's decorations. That's sad.
Yeah, and I saw on Facebook a lot of people with their Ring cameras were showing like kids stealing their whole bowls of candy, including the bowl. And I mean,
that's you can't leave candy out. Now you can't leave candy out anymore.
No.
You can't do that. Like, you're asking for it if you leave candy out. That's my feeling.
Yeah.
My feeling is that. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to come back over there. It is a mess over here, though.
No, boy.
So, well, I didn't realize that this drawer was, and I can't really get back over here. So half the shit is probably $9.
Oh, Buffy, yeah, you're saying about the price of candy. I know, it's ridiculous, right? Everything is expensive, though. I can't think of anything that's still affordable. Everything's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, $24 I saw for candy in Walmart.
Yeah.
$24 for like a bag of fucking candy. Is that crazy or what?
It's ridiculous.
Everything has gone up in price. Every single thing has gone up in price. It's unbelievable anymore. Absolutely unbelievable.
It's a shame.
You can't even enjoy. Did you see what I put up, Rebecca? Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I really am sorry. I just couldn't get my shit together. Well, I got a lot to do. Hang on one second, because that I gotta fix now. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people were complaining about the older kids trick or treating, and you know what? I think I don't see a problem with it as long as they're respectful and stuff. Give
Exactly.
them the
Let them
candy. They
trick or
could be out
treat.
doing worse things, you know.
Better they do that than behave poorly, in my opinion.
Exactly. That's what I say.
Let them get their candy and sell it the next day at school. I don't care. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
did you see the video I put up about the Walmart?
The prison cells, right? Jail
Yeah,
cells.
people thought that some people think that's a hoax. It's not a hoax. You can look it up.
That's crazy.
It started in Branson, Missouri. They're called detention, shoplifting detention areas.
Wow.
What do you think about that? What the fuck?
I guess things are that bad. I mean,
What?
I
think
guess.
it's not. Listen, the public shaming thing. Here's the thing: you're getting everyday fucking people to be able to lock up everyday people. Who you can't do that.
Right, like what gives them the authority and on
Not
what
only that,
ground?
but what gives them the training to deal with somebody who has a mental illness or is autistic? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's absolutely so I don't understand how that can end in a good way. And they have it in Branson, and people are saying that the average shopper in Branson is an old person. So now what are you gonna do? Do somebody with dementia? What the fuck? Like
That's ridiculous.
I don't understand what's going on. I mean, what's your feeling about that?
I just think it's ridiculous. I don't think Walmart security or employees are qualified to determine who should be put in those cages. I don't think they should be allowed. I can understand if someone is shoplifting. I don't know what their loss prevention protocol is, but I'm certain it doesn't include putting someone in a cage.
Yep. Well, guess what?
You
That's
know,
where they're putting them in cages.
I don't know.
That's where they're putting them in cages, lady.
It's ridiculous. I'd love to see somebody try to put me in a cage.
Can you imagine if you just forgot to pay for something because your mind's on something else because you got something going on?
I got to tell you, you know how many times I've put something heavy on the bottom of my cart, like a case of water,
Right.
Soda, something, and I've walked out not paying for it, not thinking about it till you get to the car and you're like, oh shit. You know, I didn't steal it. Luckily, nobody saw it or they would have chased me.
Right.
But it happens. I mean, not everybody is a thief, you know, not everybody's stealing. You get preoccupied if you have little kids with you or, you know, something on your mind or whatever.
Exactly. I know. I
Yeah.
think it's really, really horrible.
Yeah. The way I am right now in this world, my mindset, I'd love somebody in Walmart to put their hands on me.
Yeah,
It would be
that
on TV, Toddie. I'm telling you right now, it would be a scene. I get spooked if somebody sneezes next to me. My nerves are so shot. Are you kidding me? Somebody grabbing me in Walmart? Forget it.
wow. Yeah.
It would be a good thing for them or me.
Edie was working in Las Vegas on New Year's right before the lockdown.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I just got back to the comments, guys. I'm sorry.
Somebody's saying, Janae said a lot of the problem is with the self-checkout. That's where the thieving takes place. Yeah, they should put more money into hiring people to work than buying cages, right? And then maybe they could prevent that some of the theft, because you're right. People go to self-checkout. It's so easy to do what you want there. I mean, not that I'm saying you should. It's just, and also with that though, you know, I've got to say sometimes you're in all the self-checkouts where we are, it's like a big square. So there's like, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them. And when you scan your item, it beeps. But sometimes you might think it beeped and it could be the person next to you or behind you. And So maybe you don't scan something and they're going to grab you at the door for that. I mean, sometimes it's not intentional, you know?
Right. Right. Well, my feeling is I hate when they try to stop me after I did my job. Like, I did your job and now I'm going
Right.
to wait for you to check my receipt. No. So they have this thing at Walmart now, and I don't like Walmart, but it's the only fucking place I can get my creamer, to be honest with you, my flavored
Yeah.
creamer. And you can get everything in. Um, but anyway, so I did you could put in, if you put in your phone number, they'll send you the receipt. You don't have to wait on the paper receipt. They'll email it to you.
Right.
So,
But then how do you get out the door?
so listen, I'm going to tell you what happened. So I put in the option that they text me the receipt, right? So I'm going to get out, and there's this old lady, and she stops me. Old lady, she's probably my age. And she stops me and she says, "Can I see your receipt?" I said, "Well, I had it text to the phone." So I pull it up. I try to pull it up, and she said, "Oh, it'll take a minute." I said, "Well, then you're gonna have to follow me." And I kept
Right.
walking. She didn't follow me.
That's
I'm not gonna stand there and wait because it takes a like, no, follow me. If it means that much to you, honey, follow me. I'm not gonna do that.
yeah. Without, I'm hoping my next statement doesn't make have too much controversy here, but in my Walmart, I mean, there's two that I go to, but I seem to notice that I get stopped often to show my receipt, but other individuals who don't look like me don't get stopped. And the person doing the checking at the door, is one of their kind. And I feel like it's they're I don't want to use a strong word, but they're singling me out because I'm not
I
one of them.
don't I don't know about that. I'll tell you what I've noticed where I'm at. Yeah, you can order it online and they'll bring it out to you now. Yeah, I do that sometimes, Amy.
I do
Sometimes,
that a lot.
yeah, but and it's too bad because that's the thing, is we're becoming more and more alone and more separate. We're
Yeah,
not sharing the experiences that it is to have somebody help you get something from an aisle that you can't reach something from. And it's really, that's the bitch about it. But
yeah,
here's the thing. What I noticed is I get stopped a lot because they're not going to stop. I see that they don't stop men a lot of times, and they
right.
don't stop bigger women than me. But a lot of times they'll stop me because I think that they need to stop somebody and they feel like I'm a pushover until
Yeah,
they
like you're
stop me.
safe. Maybe that's
Uh,
why I get stopped.
until they stop me. Until they stop me. And then it's like, listen, I am not going to sit here. First of all, I'm not going to wait. If they're going over somebody else's receipt, I'm not going to stand in line again to
Right.
wait now because I've already stood in line to do my own ring up. I have said, and this needs to be a fucking bumper sticker, we pay a premium to live in a self-serve country. And that needs to really hit because we do our own insurance work now. We do our own banking now. We do our own shopping now. We do our own calling doctors and waiting on doctors and having them call us back. And if they don't, calling again and doing our own pharmacy. The pharmacies don't want to call the doctors. They want you to call the doctors.
Yeah.
I mean, everything has become our job before we would even get to work to do our job. By the time I got to work at 11 o'clock at night, I did everybody else's job. And then I got to work
Right.
and 100% I did my job. I
Yeah.
always, because I come from a different generation and it doesn't seem to matter anymore. There's no worth in it. And it used to be great worth in customer care, in
Yeah.
respecting others, in appreciating where somebody spends their hard earned money. And that is something that this country is no longer taking any kind of pride in. And we've watched it happen. We've
Yeah.
watched brick and mortar stores go out the window for the convenience
Yeah.
of Amazon. And we've
Yeah.
watched, I used to write screenplays, and man, I spent so much money at the post office, so much money before I got to the post office, having to go to a print shop to get my stuff copied and then go to the post office and mail it out. And then they were able to accept emails and such. And once you
Right.
can get a big enough script email, I mean, the postal service, and you see it, you see how much it is to get a stamp now. It's unbelievable. And half of these satellite post offices have gone out. It's just
Yeah.
unbelievable. Everything about customer care, and you can walk into a store. I walked into Marshall's, was it Burlington yesterday, 2 days ago,
Hmm.
and there's a long line of people, but there were only three cashiers as it was. And
Right.
then this woman walks away, now leaving two cashiers, and there's this still whole line of people. And I said to myself, in what world would that have been okay? Would a
Yeah.
supervisor would have said, hey, you can't leave until this line of people go down? Now it's, don't you get a minute of overtime? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything is
Exactly.
flipped
That's the
on its head.
concern. You know, my daughter's going to school for something in the medical field, and she, I talked to her about, oh, what'd you learn today? What were you doing today? And they had I don't know how long of a chapter maybe it was about how to speak to your patients either on the phone or in person. And I said to her jokingly, I just skip that part. You just pick up the phone, say, what the fuck do you want? I mean, that's how people treat you
Exactly.
when you call a
Exactly.
doctor's office. I was joking, obviously, but I just kind of thought it was funny because the way you get treated, and I'm not saying every doctor's office, but it's like you're bothering them,
It's
you
in
know?
every place though. It's
Yeah,
in every place.
I know. I've had to switch pharmacies because the pharmacist or the staff at the pharmacy is so rude, like you're bothering them when you ask a question, or you say, oh well, my doctor called that in 3 days ago, is it ready? They get mad at you. And I've switched. I'm on my third or fourth pharmacy now. This one's been really good so far, but yeah, there's no customer service. It doesn't.
Exactly. It's not even customer service, it's customer care.
Yeah.
There's no customer care. You
Nope.
know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Like,
cares about anything.
even I go to even the mom and pop shops. Thanks a lot, Simply Kara and Lisa. Thank you so much. Even the mom and pop shops, those pharmacies, and you want to give them business, so the phone will ring forever, and it's
Yeah.
like they don't have to answer it because you need them. They don't need you anymore.
Right.
You need them now, and that's what's happened. And I don't, and I've said this before, and I know that we're gonna get, Toddie, stop bitching about it, but I'm telling you, that's one of the major reasons why I want to leave this country, because as I'm getting older, I don't trust this country to take care of me.
No.
Like, I absolutely don't trust this country. They put they put soldiers, ex-soldiers, out on the street. What do they care about me for? I didn't do that. I don't understand. I just don't understand. And I know that this is a loaded question, and I don't know enough about bureaucracy, but what the fuck? The dollar is no longer backed by anything other than the paper it's made on.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
It's
What
terrible.
what are we doing? And people are hanging on and holding on. I have a friend that I really care for, and she's working, and it wasn't that long ago that she actually got a different job, and she's older than me. And there's nothing wrong with that. And she's just saving and saving and saving. And I'm saying to myself, what if she dies before she honestly retires? Like, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not me to say how somebody should live their life, but to me, at the end of it all, when you really are sitting there all by yourself and you can't feel your jewelry, or the hospital won't let you wear it, all you're going to be filled with is fucking memories. That's what you got on the way out the door, if you're blessed to have that.
Yep.
If you're completely aware of everything, then you have your memories, and hopefully it's a smooth ride to the next place with that.
Yeah.
Not not the clothes you're wearing, not the car you're driving, but the memories you created and the
None of that
difference.
shit
I want
matters.
to say the difference that we make in this world, in my opinion, is the only way to give God back anything, and it should be good. It should, because that's, it should be good. It should be more positive, certainly, than negative. And if you can't muster that up, just don't make a difference. You know what I mean? But if you're going to make a difference, please make a positive difference.
Yeah.
And
You
somewhere in
know,
this big wide world, this has to exist.
yeah,
There has to be a country that still appreciates the human spirit,
yeah.
and that's the country I want to go to. So I don't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Jamie had an idea. What if we all lived, had our own little community? How great that would be. Could you imagine that?
I don't know who most of these people are, Rebecca. I mean,
We know
no
them.
offense, no
We see them
offense.
every week.
On the line,
Yeah. Well, we could roll out weed out the bad ones.
yeah.
We'll have bouncers, like in a bar or something. I don't know. We do have some fun here on Monday, so you got to admit.
Exactly, we sure do. We sure do. We sure do. Hey, Renelle, how you doing? You
Oh,
know, I just would.
Renelle's here.
Yep, Renelle Smith, right
Oh,
here.
hi. How are you? Oh, somebody said like a cult.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. That would be
Not
the
that.
last thing. I'll pass the background check. I wouldn't. That's not the thing. I mean, like, I I like my alone time as much as
Yeah.
I like, there's just times I like to be alone. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't know. I don't know. That's the way I feel. I'm certainly not a person that just goes by and shows up on somebody's doorstep, and I don't want somebody to do that to me. And then if I'm gonna
Yeah.
hurt this, I mean, like, I don't mean to be a picky person. I'm just being honest. I have my faults. Trust me, I have my faults.
Yeah.
And yeah, Manson. There we go. There we go. Uh, we don't know who's behind the screen for
No.
sure, so we
No.
don't know. I'm content in my realm. Exactly. I mean, I feel kind of like the same way too, as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's as silly as this. What so Danny, she's a great dog. She's doing everything right now, man. She pulled me this morning. I'm so grateful that I know to walk these dogs on grass, because she really got me on my ass. And if I would have been concrete,
Oh
it would
well.
have been trouble. So, because she started running, I got her off the meds. And so, and, Milo did it, I don't know, about a month ago. And he realized, oh, so I'm hoping that she realized, oh, I can't do that. But anyway, you know, like, the least little distraction, like I said, bothers her, right? So I can imagine here we are in our little community, and it's going to take me a year and a day for this dog to go to the bathroom because of
Yeah.
all of the people walking around.
Yeah.
Hey, Toddie, hey, Danny, hey. And Milo would be like, man, let me pee first and then I'll go say hello. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or I could say hello and pee at the same time. Danny's like, no, let me go hide. So,
It's
yeah,
funny.
even silly things like that. So, yeah.
My
Yeah, she's
dog
not
won't
gonna laugh.
go. When I let my dog, I figured, oh, having a house with a fenced in yard, I could just open the back door. My dog will run out and pee and come back. But she's
Mhm.
gotten into this thing where she wants me to walk out into the grass too.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she'll stand there and look at me, and I'll say, Willow, I don't have to pee. You do. You know, and I'm arguing with her, 5:45 in the morning.
Right, right.
But yeah, she gets distracted very easily. Anything. The wind blows a leaf by, and she's distracted.
Who's bringing up cemeteries?
Oh
What?
wait,
I don't want to bring up cemeteries.
I didn't even see that.
Mm, yeah, see, there's a bunch. We all have dogs. It looks like that wouldn't go too well.
Yeah.
No, my dog. I'll tell you what, Danny. I would love for Danny to have a dog to play with, because Milo doesn't really want to play with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay. I thought I heard something. I guess I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Uh, who's talking? Anybody talking?
Um, Mother of Monkeys from Tennessee. It looks like she or he is new to the group. And
Welcome
yeah, thank you for tuning in. We're happy to have you.
on this Monday morning.
She wants to know what this is all about. Toddie, you want to explain what we do here?
Yeah, so on this channel right now on Monday mornings, we talk basically about recovery and struggles in life, whether they be addiction or loss or just even relationship problems, basically anything that it's a safe group here. And yeah, and that's what we do. We're just a bunch of people sitting around a bonfire.
Yep, just talking about
And
very random things.
yeah, so that's what this is. And this channel basically covers more of the human spirit stories, I guess. Not so much Gypsy Rose over here. I am excited to say that I will be doing my video today on the other channel, The Argument with Toddie Won't Skip, where Rebecca talked about um, an eye for an eye. That was the episode that Rebecca did with me on that channel. I will be talking about Gypsy Rose on that channel.
What
Uh,
time?
well, no, it's not going to be a live stream.
Oh, you don't
I'm
live.
not ready to go live on that channel. I don't know that I will go live on that channel, to be honest with you. I just
Right.
don't know that I will.
Okay.
But and the other channel, Issues with Toddy One Skip, there, Gypsy Rose is getting caught in the middle of a bunch of stuff, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I have to play catch up tonight because my weekends. I have my daughter and granddaughter over, so I
Right.
don't have to go on much. So now I'm playing catch up with everything.
Well, it seems like Gypsy Rose is in a bunch of trouble now because bigger content creators have caught on
Yeah,
to.
surprise, right?
Well, it happened to be because Bailey Sarian, who's a huge content creator with millions of subs, millions of subscribers, put out a video, like a catch-up video, and it was about the Menendez brothers and some other, I think Casey Anthony or um anyway, and Gypsy Rose, and yeah, she didn't correct the narrative. She went with the old narrative, and she was beat up pretty good.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jamie. So Rebecca had mentioned people struggling through the holidays. Is there any way we can do a Friendsgiving, Friends Christmas, and Friends New Year's Eve to support those struggling? Oh, to do a live stream about it? It's a little too early for me to commit to that, to be honest with you. Um, it's just too early for me to commit to that. We can talk about it as the days go forward,
Yeah, when
but
it gets closer to each holiday, maybe we can decide if we're able to do something.
yeah.
I can never commit that far in advance because I never know.
We haven't talked about this. We've talked about responsibility more in a broad sense, but and we've talked about it. We had somebody come on and talk about it, but they were the child basically. They weren't the parent, right? Did we have a
Um,
parent come on here? We had the child talk about the parent. That was last time I thought, right? And
I,
how the parent um had the trouble. Uh, so
yeah.
um, okay. Well, little bit of Lisa said that she had to take her grandchildren. So I
Do
don't
you
know
want
if you
to come
want.
on and talk about it? You want to tell us how
You
that
can
came
cover
about?
your face. We'll cover your face.
I know it's very common that grandparents raise the grandchildren.
My
And
grandparents helped raise us, but it
yeah,
wasn't because of drugs. It was because my dad was a crook.
yeah, it's common, I think, nowadays for the grandparents to help. I mean, not because of, addiction, just life is hard for young people
Yeah,
nowadays,
it's
you know?
very expensive, very
Yeah.
expensive. It is a great subject. Who wants? Did you want to come up and talk about it? I am too nervous. Kara says she will be on next week. Okay. Yes, I was a child. I'm so thankful for my grandparents. Janae did speak about it. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, it was
Yep.
Janae.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna put it out there, but she put it out there, so I'm gonna agree with that. I agree to agree.
Yeah.
'Cause I agree.
When my daughter Brianna had Corey, she was a young mom. She was 17 when he was born, and she lived at home. So I didn't take him or have him because of any issues. She just happened to live at home. So we all took part in raising Corey, everybody in the house, and
Right.
we enjoyed it. It was nice. We really did enjoy that. And I think it's, if there is a situation where, parents can't care for their children because of addiction, I think, who better than the grandparents to take, control until they can get better, if the grandparents are able and willing. I don't think it should be forced on them if they can't do it. I understand that. But rather than see the children go into the system, it's great when family can step in and help out under those circumstances.
Well, guys, there's a lot of people with the grandparents. Yeah, I was with the grandparents too.
Yeah.
Both grandparents, by the way. Like I was on both sides. My dad's mom adored me. Friggin' adored me. 'Cause she had four boys.
Mm,
Four boys, and then she got me. Tomboy. But she only lived till I was about 16. She died when I was about 16. I was
mm,
close to her. I really liked her. I loved her. She was a good woman.
yeah.
And then my mom's parents, but my I have a brother that he was definitely the favorite. He was the oldest grandson, so no, he could do no fault. Until that's karma will come back and bite you in the ass because before my grandmother died, she told me she thought she made a mistake with that.
Well,
So, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
mm, it's tough.
That's a horrible situation. I'm just reading the comments. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
guys.
I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put him on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so little bit of Lisa, you just reach out to me and send me your email, and I'll send you the link.
And remember, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to be on, on the screen.
Yeah, and you're the only one that can control that.
Yeah.
We'll help you when you get on. But before you get on, I'll tell you what to do.
Oh, Mother of Monkeys
I
is,
saw that.
yeah,
Yeah.
taking care of, is it her mother?
Yep.
Yeah, that's hard. That's not an easy job. Very difficult.
Yeah. I have good memories. Memories like the corners of my mind.
See, a lot of people were raised by
I
grandparents.
know. So look,
Yeah.
I'm getting yeah, absolutely. Okay, so just hit me up with your email, guys. Not a problem. At Toddie1skip@gmail.com. Absolutely. Absolutely. Community child care. We don't have a cult. Don't start shit. Edie, get him in line. Edie, get him in line. I've helped to raise several of my grandchildren. Yeah. Yep. I see it. I see it. Anybody want to come on and talk instead of me just reading? Because some of you are writing really long things. Does anybody want to come on and talk?
Yeah, come on. Somebody hop on. You don't have to show your face. Just
Yeah, you don't have to show your face. Just come on. Come on, people now. They can't hop on unless I put something there. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There you go. Right there. Do you see it? But seriously, no, I don't want a commune. Who wants a commune? I wouldn't live in a commune. I'll come give you an update. You want to come on? Grab the stream.
definitely come on.
I feel like we're dying here, Rebecca. How do you like the daylight savings time, my friend?
You know, I don't sleep or anything really, so it doesn't affect me.
Really?
I don't even look at the clock. Monday mornings, I know at 9 o'clock I need to be here. That's all I know. I don't have a schedule or anything, so it doesn't bother me. I don't like the getting darker earlier thing, but
Yeah, I hear you on that one, especially with dogs.
yeah.
I gave myself a haircut last night. I think it turned out good. Do you want to put yourself on here and I'll let us decide?
Oh no.
I thought somebody was going to come on here and grab this link, but
Yes.
nobody. Listen, guys, if we don't have anything to talk about, I'll go do something else. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I don't want to keep
then you know this
everybody.
is just about anybody that wants to talk about anything that's going on in their life or anything. Hang on, Jelly's here. Jelly, are you there? Hang on, because I don't see you at all. Okay, I see you now. You want to cover yourself? Go ahead and cover the camera that's underneath the movie camera icon that's underneath next to the microphone icon on the bottom. On the bottom, you see on the bottom of the computer? It looks like a camera, like a movie camera. Can you hear me, Jelly? If you could hear me, give me a thumbs up. You could see. You're the only person that. I mean, I am the only person you can see. Can you hear me, Jelly? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear me.
Somebody said they're going to go cut their hair now too.
No, don't go do that. Okay, so listen. Do you want to show your face? Say yes or no. No, I mean, don't say any. Okay, there you go. I can't see you anymore, so don't do anything, and I'm gonna bring you up, and they're just gonna see this avatar. You are the only one that can change that. So I'm gonna bring you up now. Don't mess with anything. Okay, you're on
Okay.
stage. You're good.
All right, I'm back.
How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
So you remember I came up and talked to you about my son and his girlfriend and her mom telling us about her daughter being raped by her father.
Yeah,
This was
don't use the R word though. Please try
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't just please be careful with that. Okay,
Yeah, I'm not used to this, so I'm sorry.
that's okay.
But I did talk to the mom about it. The father apparently has lost all access to all of his children now, and he is in prison, but he only got 7 years.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm. Is that a plea deal?
No, it was not a plea deal. That's just what he was given, but he did not go for a trial with a jury.
Okay, so he had a bench trial, just a trial with a judge.
Yeah. And I guess that was the maximum he was allowed because they had only prosecuted him for one of the cases, and I guess there were 4.
That's bullshit.
But they said that they would only prosecute them one at a time, and so far there's not been any other.
Yeah, but this just happened. And why would they be in a hurry to prosecute him when he's incarcerated? So they can prosecute him 6 years from now.
But it happened 2 years ago.
Oh,
Didn't the I just refreshed my memory. Wasn't your son's girlfriend? Didn't she get pregnant by him or something?
Yeah, and the mom had an abortion. Had her have an abortion.
And how old was she when this happened? The girlfriend.
Apparently almost 13.
And this man gets 7 years for that. A little slap on the wrist. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this happens all the time here in Utah. You get more for a rug offense than you do for anything involving children here in Utah.
you know what? Isn't that something? Because isn't that the same place that the Frankie situation occurred? The Frankie and Hildebrandt situation.
Yep, exactly the place about 40 minutes from me.
They got 4 years. They got 4. Well, here's the thing. They got at least 4 years, from my understanding, because in Utah, from my understanding, it is not. Yeah, see, I think you're reading that wrong. Because here's the thing: in Utah, it's up to the wardens in the prison how long you're penalized for. That it's a weird thing in Utah. So I bet you he got at least 7 years and can do up to so many years, and it's up to the warden to decide what that is. Look it up. It's really weird. In the state of Utah, like, the judge doesn't really sentence them. They'll sentence them to maybe the maximum, but there's a gigantic umbrella, not umbrella, but a gigantic space or gap between the least amount and the most amount, and it's up to the prison officials to decide. It's really weird in that state.
It is very weird, and it's like they have a whole little cell block for these people. They must have, because
Well, they have to
you don't.
protect them
Yeah,
from the other inmates.
Wow.
they must have them all on their own cell block, because there's no other way I can figure with that many that they'd keep them all safe.
The criminals get protection. That's how it goes. I have no faith in the justice system, law enforcement. I won't go through the whole list, but this makes me sick to hear that. It's disgusting.
The daughter is getting she's getting therapy with a psychiatrist, and she's doing that also with her mother and her siblings once or twice a week.
I'm trying to remember. The mother was aware that this was going on, or she was not when it happened?
She said she was not aware of it until the pregnancy.
And then did she report it then, or did it just get reported?
No, she reported it, as well as the doctor's office, I guess.
But then the guy was still in the house with her. No, nothing happened right away.
They took him out apparently a day or two after it was reported.
I thought
so. He wasn't in the house much longer with her after that.
Right.
Wow.
It's terrible. It's just not fair, because this girl is going to have to live with this the rest of her life.
That's
sorry.
That's all right.
Wow.
That's
yeah. So, and and I've talked to my son about it, and I've talked to the girlfriend a little bit. I just, what I asked her, does he do anything that makes you uncomfortable? Just because I don't want her to feel any sort of way. And he's kind of that way too. He's being extra cautious with her.
Mm-mm.
It's tough,
Wow.
and it's got to be tough for him dating her because he's got to be very alert to her feelings. If he does the wrong thing that's going to make her uncomfortable, or it's got to be tough for him too. And then you worry about it all the time, of course.
I do, but they've, they spend a lot of time here with the family, and they were doing family things on Halloween at her house. They went out trick or treating and bobbed for apples and did the whole, like what he did when we were kids.
Right.
And they had a great time. So he just makes sure he's not really alone with her. But he's also overprotective of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He yelled at a boy last week for making some snide comment to her. And the principal called me, and I'm like, well, that's his girlfriend. I can't tell him not to stick up for her.
Right. Well, I guess I could say I'm glad that the guy is in jail. I just don't think it's enough time. It's never enough time when you commit a crime like that against any child or person. I never feel like there's justice.
I agree it's not enough time, but their reasoning is, well, she'll be out of high school by then and allowed, able to take care of herself.
What does that got to do with what he did to her?
It doesn't in my book, but that's how they operate here in Utah, and it's disgusting.
I don't even understand that statement. She'll be out of high school and able to take care of herself. So what, that memory is going to be erased from her mind when she graduates or something? What the fuck are they talking about?
That's the kind of asinine comments that they make around here about these sorts of things.
I don't get it.
I've heard it with other cases. We had like Ethan Stacy a few years ago, and he was killed by his uncle in his home. And they said, well, the other kids won't really remember, so it's fine for them to go see him at the prison.
That's ridiculous. Let me ask you, will he be on like a list or something when he does get out stating that he's a predator, or do they?
Yeah, he'll have to be on a list. He'll have to be on a
he'll
list.
have to be on the offender registry, and as well as he won't be able to have any electronics as far as anything that's allowable to let him get online with children.
Yeah, but you know what? It's unfortunate because I'm sorry, Rebecca.
No, I was just saying, who's going to monitor that to make
exactly.
Sure he's doing it?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Bullshit.
What I was saying. Yeah.
He should stop breathing, just like Chris Greger. They should all just stop breathing.
I agree.
I have no sympathy for these scumbags.
Yeah, it appalls me every time I see a case go through here anymore. It's like they're not getting any real sentences, and I don't feel like they're rehabilitated in any way, shape, or form. Mm-mm. I don't know how you could rehabilitate from something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that's fixable. I think again that goes to the what I think, like when somebody has something detached in their head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think when something is like detached, I'm not sure. How do you teach somebody to have a conscience?
Yeah.
You can't teach somebody to feel bad. You can teach somebody manners, but you can't teach somebody to feel bad. I think that's inherent. I think that's within us.
Yeah, they will have probation officers, but I don't know what they do after, other than making sure they're where they're supposed to be. I don't
And
know what they do.
they can't do that 24/7 because you're going to hear about their workload, their caseload. So they're not going to babysit these scumbags 24/7. And we all know that. They'll get out and do it again.
Without a doubt. They typically do. They did a study here a few years ago where they found out that our SOs are repeat offenders up to 5 times in our system before they get a life sentence.
That's ridiculous. So let them have 5, 6, 7, 8 opportunities to do this to, well, the guy that you're talking about, who knows if there are how many victims, right?
Right.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think it says in his terms that he's going to be on a 3-year probation, she said, after his release. But he has to be on the registry for life.
Yeah.
I got to be careful what we talk about on here with this during the day like this. So
Sorry, Toddie.
that's all right. I mean,
get it.
I get it, but
Yeah.
this is supposed to. I get it, and it's horrible, but we gotta. Yeah, I can't talk about this at 10 o'clock in the morning here on YouTube. Here, I'm sorry, I can't.
No, that's okay. Well, we can go to a different subject.
Yeah. So, anybody got anything about sobriety or anything as far as that? Okay. Well, anybody just want to get together next week? Because I don't know what else. I mean, if we don't have anything.
Yeah, we can end it now, and maybe somebody didn't. I think 2 people are going to come on.
Yeah, hopefully you guys will come up next week. There you go. How about them Dodgers? I want to thank Jelly for the update. So absolutely.
No, I'm glad to hear the update. I'm glad he's away, even if it isn't enough time. At least right now, he's away, so that's good.
Yeah, at least she can feel safe through the rest of her school, at least.
Right. Right.
All right. So I'm gonna drop you down now, Jelly.
All right. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you,
You
and
too,
everybody
thank
says thank
you.
you too. Yeah, it's tough to talk about.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
It's a lot.
yeah.
And then
so.
I get a little crazy about it because my situation. So.
Right. No, I get it. Anyway, I don't have much more to say. I'm gonna eat something now because I made something, so I want to eat something.
All right.
And
We'll enjoy it.
And unless anybody else has got anything they want to jump on and talk about that has to do with like anything but that, unfortunately. All right, then I guess that's it until next week. So I'm hoping that I'll hear from Little Bit of Lisa and what is it, Karen Lisa? Yes, and Karen.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yeah,
Cool
that'll be
beans.
great.
And just hit me up at Toddie1skip@gmail.com. Here it is. I'll put it right here.
And Toddie, I don't know if I can mention that on my channel, I'm going to be giving an update later this week about Chris Greger's appeal.
Okay, yes.
My book. And also, there's going to be a show on Law and Crime, a 2-hour segment about Corey's story later this month. And as soon as I know the date, I'll update everybody about that.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. That's great. I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too. I just hope they do a better coverage than other people have done that have come out. But it seems like they're going to cover it the right way. They've interviewed people from the defense side and others. So I think it'll be a good show.
All right, then. That'll be great. I'm sorry that obviously, but I'm glad it's going to be covered properly.
Oh, somebody's asking about I didn't even get to focus on the Kensington stuff because I had some issues come up with my house and sickness and personal things. So I'm still planning. It's probably going to be later in November that I'm going to go to Kensington and pass out things. I have someone in my Justice for Corey group, coordinating it with the church there. So she said it's like a once a month thing. So we're going to go and do it with the church's support, as far as for safety reasons and things. But I'll keep you guys updated on that when I have a better date.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Glad you were here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, Toddie. Have a good week.
You too. Feel better, Rebecca.
Thank you.